Welcome to my channel Forgotten Indian King Vertical Bar, Subarnarekha Singh Vertical Bar, the Guerrilla King of Singhbhum. Introduction. Hidden among the dense forests and winding rivers of Singhbhum, straddling modern-day Jharkhand and Odisha, lies the forgotten legacy of a tribal king who dared to defy Mughal-aligned oppression in the early 18th century. His name was Subarnarekha Singh, and his story is one of fierce independence, forest warfare, and indigenous resistance. While mainstream history glorifies emperors and generals, Subarnarekha Singh remains a whispered legend in the hills of eastern India, an unsung hero who fought for his people's autonomy and sacred land. This is his complete legacy, presented in 5,000 words. Chapter 1. The Land of Singhbhum. Geography and People. The region known as Singhbhum is a part of the Chotanagpur plateau, characterized by rugged hills, dense sal forests, and fertile valleys. It has long been home to tribal communities like the Hos, Mundas, and Bhumids. Their worldview centered around nature, ancestors, and communal living. Singhbhum derives its name from the Singh rulers, indigenous kings who governed the region for centuries. Among them, Subarnarekha Singh stands out as a defender of the tribal way of life. Chapter 2. The Mughal reach and local oppression. By the early 1700s, the Mughal Empire, though in decline, still held sway over much of northern and eastern India. Their power was exercised through zamindars and local administrators, many of whom had aligned with the Mughals for political and economic gain. In Singhbhum, these agents sought to impose new taxes, interfere with tribal self-rule, and extract forest resources. What followed was widespread unrest, particularly in regions where tribal autonomy had previously been protected. Chapter 3. Subarnarekha Singh's rise. Subarnarekha Singh, named after the golden-hued Subarnarekha River, was born into the ruling family of Singhbhum. Trained in traditional warfare, diplomacy, and tribal law, he grew up hearing tales of heroes who resisted external domination. When Mughal-aligned tax collectors began to encroach on his people's lands, seize crops, and arrest local leaders, he declared open defiance. Rather than meet the enemy in an open battle, Subarnarekha Singh turned to forest-based guerrilla warfare, mastering terrain that was impenetrable to outsiders. Chapter 4. Guerrilla resistance under his leadership. Tribal fighters used hit-and-run tactics from forest strongholds. Supply routes to Mughal forts were disrupted. Rebel camps sprang up in Tamar, Chaibasa, and Jashpur. The Mughal-appointed officials found themselves outmaneuvered, unfamiliar with the terrain, and unable to quell the insurrection. Subarnarekha Singh refused to pay tribute or allow land registration systems alien to tribal traditions. His rule became a symbol of defiance across the plateau. Chapter 5. The Clash with Imperial Forces. Frustrated by years of resistance, the regional Mughal governor launched a massive expedition in 1730, hoping to capture or kill the tribal king. But dense forests, disguised trails, and local sabotage prevented the army from making real progress. According to oral tradition, Subarnarekha Singh and his warriors led ambushes in the valleys, wiping out entire battalions. Fortified caves and hillocks served as natural bastions. Enemy forces were harassed until they withdrew in defeat. These victories were not grand battles but steady victories of resistance and resilience. Chapter 6. Administration and Social Harmony. Subarnarekha Singh was not only a warrior but a wise ruler. He protected tribal customs, ensured fair justice, and punished collaborators. Established forest codes, regulating hunting and woodcutting. Encouraged local festivals and spiritual ceremonies, reinforcing cultural pride. His rule became a model of decentralized governance, with clan heads reporting to the king and decisions taken through village councils. Chapter 7. Death and Succession. Subarnarekha Singh ruled for over 3 decades, and his death is believed to have occurred peacefully in the mid-1700s. After him, his successors maintained autonomy, but growing British colonial expansion would later challenge the fragile independence of Singhbhum. Still, his legacy endured. His descendants played roles in later tribal revolts. His memory became part of Adivasi folklore and resistance poetry. Chapter 8. Neglect by historians. Why is Subarnarekha Singh barely known? He wasn't part of mainstream dynasties. His victories were rural and undocumented. Colonial and nationalist historians alike ignored tribal narratives. However, in modern Jharkhand and Odisha, cultural groups have begun reviving his story through street plays, local dramas, and tribal literature, memorial days, and educational programs. Chapter 9. Modern recognition in recent decades. scholars have begun referencing Subarnarekha Singh in subaltern studies. His name is included in Jharkhand's tribal history curricula. Tribal organizations are demanding that he be declared a freedom fighter. Movements calling for land rights and ecological protection often invoke his name. Conclusion: the forest sovereign Subarnarekha Singh was not just a king, he was a guardian of the forest, a tribal icon who proved that terrain, tradition, and tenacity could defy even the most powerful empires. His rule was not marked by opulence, but by honor, self-rule, and ecological justice. His legacy is not just historical, it is philosophical. As the world revisits forgotten heroes, Subarnarekha Singh deserves his place among the great defenders of India's soul, whose battles were not waged for personal glory, but for people, land, and liberty. Jai Johar. Thank you for listening.